Did you leave your house? You left your house today, right?
Yep.
It's about maybe you oppressed somebody on the way to class.
Potentially.
What?
I'm not sure how I would have done that.
Well, I don't know. Were you on your bike? Were you walking in a car?
I took the bus.
All right, you were taking the bus, so maybe you were breathing, right?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe
Maybe I was breathing too heavy.
Yeah, maybe you oppressed someone just by breathing.
That is true.
Huh.
And that's crazy. He's basically just about to show all the hate comments he's gotten. But this is getting out of hand, bro.
So last April or March or whenever it was, I don't know what it was, but there was this diversity training video or photo that got leaked. And the Coca-Cola company had hired these diversity trainers.
To be less white is to be less oppressive, be less arrogant,
To come in and talk to their corporation and so on, right? And this is the kind of thing that happens, right? People hire me sometimes to do that kind of stuff. I don't know why, but whatever, they do. And so this person came in, and someone took a shot of this slide. Okay, go ahead and undo it. And this was a summary slide. To be less white is to be less oppressive, less arrogant, be less certain, to be less defensive, to be less ignorant, be more humble, listen, believe, break with the party, and break with white solidarity. Okay? Personally, dude, I don't know about you, I find that really offensive. Like, it's disturbing to me. As someone who's trying to teach about this stuff and actually bring people together in a thoughtful way, not only do I find it disturbing and offensive and racist, to be honest with you, right? I find it to be stupid.
Yeah, that was extremely racist. That was extremely racist. And here's my test to know if something is racist. All you gotta do is replace the race you're talking about with another race. And if it becomes immediately offensive, it's racist. Like, you don't even have to ask any questions. If somebody had a slide that said, to be less black is to... Bro, that wants to be less black, those 4 words will automatically be racist. So this right here, this is like a paragraph on pure racism, bro. That's crazy.
Like, personally.
I personally agree with that.
Do you see any value to it? Like, or do you like... But maybe because there's some of it. I mean, I don't know. What part of it could you agree with?
I don't really agree with any of it. It's just kind of singling out a certain group of people and saying that they're ignorant, oppressive, arrogant. It doesn't matter. Say you replaced white with black, white with Asian, white with Saudi. It doesn't matter. It still can be offensive to whatever group it's
okay, so
directed to.
let me push back a little bit on this, right? But isn't there something like to be less white is to be a little less defensive, maybe? How about that one, dude? Less defensive. White people get pretty defensive about a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, everybody can. Everybody can defend
But in the
themselves.
world of race relations, white people have their own unique way of being defensive, right?
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that.
All right, I mean, I'm just pushing a little bit because I'm like, I got to find something in this, right? Because, I mean, I say it's dumb overall, but some parts of it are probably dumber than others, right? Okay?
White people have that. No, this is just pure racism. This is not accurate. And I get what he's trying to do, but Dr. Richards, you don't have to try to gaslight yourself into believing that there's any basis in this. And I'm not saying that you are, I'm just saying that what I noticed a lot of white people try to do is when they see racist stuff, instead of being like, nah, that stuff it's just pure racist, they try to tell themselves, maybe there's some basis in it. No, there's no basis in some of this stuff. It's just pure racism. It's pure racism. You don't have to try to convince yourself that you're the bad guy. You're not the bad guy. You're a normal human. You have a normal life. You're not racist just for being white. That doesn't even make sense. Just because you were born white, God made you white, doesn't mean God made you this super dictator. No, it didn't happen. So.
All right, so you ready?
Yeah.
Cleo. No, wait. Oh, no, you. Yeah. All right. So, wait, hang on. Don't look at the screen.
Okay.
So, can you go to the next one? Okay. Maureen.
Yes.
Can you look at this? So, to be less white is to be less oppressive, to be less arrogant, to be less certain, to be less defensive, to be less ignorant, more humble, to listen more, to break with the party line and break with white solidarity and so on. That's what it really means to be less white.
Am I supposed to respond to that?
Do you have any idea who said that?
Huh?
Do you know who said that?
I do not have, I don't know who said that.
Who do you think?
I don't know, maybe you?
If Sam said that, how would you feel about that?
I don't know if I'd necessarily agree with that. I don't think anybody who's white needs to be less white to be like less of these things. I mean, oh God. I think people of color can also be like arrogant and defensive and ignorant. I don't think it's like definitively white people. And I don't think anyone needs to feel like they have to be less white to be less oppressive or arrogant or whatever.
Sam actually said that. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I stand by what I said.
Okay. All right, awesome. What do you think about it? What do you think about me saying that?
See, I feel like a lot of things you say are not necessarily like directly like, this is what I mean. I think you sometimes like you kind of work around it to make everyone think, and I feel like this might be one of them.
So do you believe I said that?
I do believe you said that.
I don't believe you said that, and I hope you didn't say that, because that is racist. It's like self racism. I don't even know if you can call it that, but I don't personally think you said that, because I've spoken with you before, and I don't think this is something that you would say. I hope not, because for one, your color of your skin does not define your characteristics. And the reason that I'm so adamant about that is because I don't want someone to look at me or anyone in my community or anyone else and say, oh, you act like this because you're black. That is racist. Your skin color does not affect how you act. So when you say to be less white is to be less arrogant, less defensive, less dismissive, less oppressive, that is racist, because there are white people who are not any of those things. Of course, there are white people who are arrogant, defensive, dismissive. Same way there's black people. Same way there's Asian people. I'm a little sick, y'all. But all I'm saying is your skin color does not determine how you act. And I don't want people to look at white people and say, oh, this is why you act like that because you're white. Because I don't want anyone to look at me and say, this is why you act like that because you're black. Both are equally racist.
You believe it?
I don't know if you meant it, but I believe you said it.
Why do you believe I said it? What leads you to believe I said it?
Because I've been to every class.
Yeah. So you know that I say things that are kind of getting you to, what do you mean? That I say things like this?
Yeah, like along the lines of just making us think, saying more provocative things to make us think.
Okay, all right. Well, so the thing is, can you tell her the story?
So yeah, this was something that was said about
Diversity training.
Oh,
Yeah.
in diversity training. Not sure where.
For Coca-Cola.
Oh, for Coca-Cola, and so that was something that was said there. And I don't know how it came back to you.
Yeah. So the person who put this up wrote in the blog post that these are the words of Sam Richards, sociology professor at Penn State University. This is what he said. In the video, I said what I said to you about, what did I say about this?
You said that. Exactly, remind me what you said about it.
Dude. That it was stupid, counterproductive, ignorant.
You're saying that, like, oh, it was.
What did I
you thought it
actually
was
say?
stupid. Yeah, you
Yeah,
thought
when
it was
we
stupid.
first started talking, what did I
Yeah, and
actually say?
you completely disagree with it. It makes no sense. It's not relevant to.
Counterproductive and
Yes.
it's dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. And racist.
Yeah, in a way, you felt it was racist towards whites.
So what I did was, you're like the reader of the person who comes along. This person puts this tweet out in the blog thing, and he writes, Sam Richards, Sociology at Penn State. This is what he's teaching his students. You come along and read it. He's like the guy that did it, saying, no, this is Sam Richards that said that. And you're like, okay, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I must believe that he did because you're telling me that he did, right? And so, okay, how would you know otherwise, right? And you're here, so you're going like, yeah, this guy says a lot of crazy things, so maybe he said that. But you have no way of knowing. Right? When in fact, I said the exact opposite. Okay? Now, this is the world. So it's one thing to take certain ideas and distort them a little bit, but when we take something and we explicitly lie about it, because in the video, everything I said to you, bro, everything I said to you about this is from a diversity training, this isn't me, this is kind of dumb, this is like really problematic, really disturbing, very troubling. That's everything I said in the video. But what?
He's not having it. So basically, a company was having these racist meetings, and he called them out. He said, no, this is wrong. I'm offended. And instead of that company taking ownership of what they did, instead of that company saying, you know what, Dr. Richards, you're right. All they did was say, we didn't say that. You said that. And they started telling other people that he did it when he was the one who denounced it. Now he's getting hate mail. They're bashing him now. This is crazy, bro. This is insane. And the fact that this happened so easily, the fact that the company was so willing to, they know they're racist. They know what they did was wrong because they didn't even take ownership of it. But they don't care. It's like they just don't care about doing the right thing. They are openly targeting white people for some reason and then blaming other people who called them out for doing it. It's the weirdest thing ever, and I don't know why this is happening. This is just what I'm witnessing.
But it's a different kind of reckoning that we need to go through when somebody watches the video and then explicitly lies and makes a new PowerPoint, a presentation, because that's not even the one I use. Go back to the other one. That's what's in the video. And to go forward, so you make a whole new one, right? And so this is a whole different kind of reckoning. And this is what we're dealing with now in this world, right? The racism. So, all right, you can have, yeah, hey, thanks, by the way. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Hey, why don't you sit down? I think it's better if you, okay. So listen, man. So we've already talked about this Coca-Cola training. You find it to be a little bit problematic and so on, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, man. So hang on 1 second. Cleo, come on, my friend. Introduce yourself. Yeah, it's on.
Hi, I'm Cleo. I'm a senior, and I'm studying classics.
Classics?
Yeah.
Oh, what are classics for those who don't know?
Like Latin and Greek and like ancient languages and history and stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sure.
All right, awesome. Well, very cool. So have a seat. So we were talking about, we're talking about white people, right? And like, this idea of just white people being oppressive and arrogant, but just being oppressive, bro? So my question to you is, it's Jake, right?
Yes, sir.
So my question to you, Jake, is, hang on, don't look at that. So my question to you, bro, is, when's the last time you oppressed somebody?
I can't recall. Don't even know if I have. I mean, I'm sure I have at some point. Somebody believes that I have for them. But
And this is sad, bro. This is really sad because he literally just said, I don't remember ever doing it, but I'm sure I did. But here's the problem with that. When you use oppression in modern society, the connotation is that you're racially oppressing someone, that you're racially discriminating against them, and that's just what it is, especially if you use it on a white person. He asked, what was the last time you oppressed somebody? He said, I haven't, but I'm sure I have. And that's the problem. People are gaslighting themselves into believing that they're just oppressing other races, when I'm here to tell you that's not the case. Majority of people aren't oppressing other races, because the majority of people are just trying to get by in their day-to-day lives, let alone character or morals. They don't even have the time to oppress other people. They're trying to pay their bills, get their kids Christmas gifts. They don't even have the time to oppress you, even if they wanted to, which I don't think they do. I don't think the majority of people do. Like, he's trying to get his degree in college. It's not even in the forefront of his mind. So if it was me, if somebody came up to me and said, "You oppressed me," I would just look at you like you're crazy. I don't even have I'm too busy to even do it I don't want to, but I'm too busy regardless.
But like, I can't recall saying, "Oh yeah, I just oppressed that person."
But how would you know?
I guess I wouldn't know. There's no way, because I things that might oppress that person wouldn't oppress me, vice versa. It'd be a hard thing to tell if I offended somebody or bothered them with something I said or did.
Yeah, okay. So, like, did you leave your house? You left your house today, right? Maybe,
Yep.
It's about maybe you oppressed somebody on the way to class?
Potentially.
What?
I'm not sure how I would have done that.
Well, I don't know. Were you on your bike? Were you walking in a car?
I took the bus.
All right, you were taking the bus, so maybe you were breathing, right?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe you
Maybe I was breathing too heavy.
Yeah, maybe you oppressed someone just by breathing.
That is true.
Huh. Cleo, what do you think? What's my message to him?
I think that, like, just by existing, you're not oppressing others if you're not, like, actively trying to do it. And, like, if you don't realize it, then you're not doing it, I guess.
Wait, hang on. What do you think I'm saying to him? Do you think I'm saying that he is oppressing people, or he
No,
is
I
not?
think that you're saying that, like, he isn't oppressing people just because, like, he's just existing. So he's not.
Okay, so that's what you took away from that. You didn't take away that I was telling him that he's oppressing people by breathing?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, so here, take a look at
And that's crazy. He's basically just about to show all the hate comments he's gotten, but this is getting out of hand, bro. When you say to be let, that is so racist. It's disgusting. And I hope nobody clips this and to think I'm saying it like the same way they did him, because I am not saying that. But this is just disgusting, man. This is sad. But anyways, if you have any suggestions for me, comment down below. I'm for Jojo, and I'll see you on the next video.